If you love entry-level ropes and ties play and you want to amp it up, this is the video for you. My name is Nikki Mars. I'm your new desire coach. I've been in this space for over 12 years and people are in all different stages when it comes to ropes and ties play. So we're going to spill all the tea today, but remember, this is for educational purposes only. Now, if this is your situation up here, there is some groundwork you need to do before you can ever broach this. So today we're not going to talk about tools as much as we are going to talk about that negotiation and that groundwork that we're going to lay. The first thing you need to do is have a conversation outside of the bedroom and decide how you're going to communicate your needs during, before, and after a ropes and ties scene. Ropes and ties scenes are all about pushing boundaries, but we don't want to push too far. It's important to have a good communication system, and using a word isn't always the right thing. I mean, what happens if you don't feel safe, but you have something in your mouth? So a great starter communication is deciding on what type of signal you want to give when you're not feeling safe, when you want to stop or you want to slow down. And key is you need to practice using that signal before you're ever in the scene. That means with vanilla play. It's also good to have some words in there, so I suggest the red light, yellow light, green light system. Red light means stop, yellow light means proceed with caution, let's slow down, and green means I'm good, let's go. The next thing you need to do is negotiate what the scene is going to look like, what you're okay with and what you're not okay with. This might be saying, tickling is out for me. It causes an instant reaction in my body and I don't like it. Don't touch me too lightly. For others, it might be telling them that you're only in the mood for external play today. Next, you want to negotiate which tools you're ready to try on like a shirt. There are so many different ways to play with impact, so many different ways to play with ties, so many different ways to play with not to play with these things. My suggestion is to start with one and then add in as you get more comfortable communicating your needs with your partner. And as with anything, it's trial and error. The first time you use something, it might not go the way you envisioned, and that's okay. The third thing is to practice self-consent. Giving yourself permission to explore new boundaries, to see what new levels of pleasure you can get to is huge. Your consent with your partner needs to be enthusiastic, readily given, can't be coerced out of you. The same is true for your consent with yourself. So if you find yourself negotiating your own consent, that's a red flag. You should have a true interest in trying something. Just because your partner wants to try it, but you have some feelings going on inside you that you're not ready yet, you need to be able to communicate that you're not yet. So make sure you're giving that consent to yourself first or not giving that consent to yourself first, and then speaking to your partner about it. It is so hard to cover this entire topic in one single TikTok. So if anyone else has some suggestions, anyone who's in the lifestyle has suggestions for someone who wants to move into that next stage, then please drop them in the comments for us. Now I have a ton of tools linked over here in my clickable shop, but if this was helpful for you, don't forget to follow along for more.